Okay, I apologize for the lateness of this video, and I don't mean the hour of the day. This was a Thanksgiving video. It was supposed to air on Thanksgiving Day, and we played it back, and the entire thing was blurry. I've had instances of the garbleness, some terrible, but this video was visually blurry. So I do not know what was going on with this. I need to talk to my internet provider. My upload speed is 12. My download speed is a couple of hundred, but my upload is 12, and it takes me 15 hours to upload a video. No joke. And so maybe that's why it was blurry, because my upload speed is so slow. So I need to talk to them about that, see how much money that will cost me to upload for a reasonable time frame. Now, like I said, this video was supposed to air on Thanksgiving. It's running late now, a couple of weeks late. Sorry about that. Please check out Flashback Monday, where we talk about all the books in this magazine. If you're looking for a new read, sci-fi, Regency, contemporary romance, paranormal, inspirational, Harlequin, we check them all out in there. Also, my daily book reviews, where right now we're doing Patricia Biggs' Mercy Thompson series, and Catherine Coulter's the Sherbrooke's FBI series. So I just wanted to oh, and don't forget my Star Trek Next Generation recaps and Friday. And welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina Kairos, Tina. This is where we read books and we talk about books. No special effects, no theme music, none of that fancy stuff going on here. So this is a little extra special thing that I had planned to do for Thanksgiving, but like I said, the video came out really blurry. And I wanted to say, and I should have started the video with, do you like Cowboys and Indians? I did not know this magazine exists. It may be out of existence now. I do not know if it's still in existence, but I just thought it came into the thrift shop, and I have this friend of mine who, is into, there was a museum in town about 40 years ago, and it went under, and it gave all the materials in this museum to a college. And at some point, the college decided it was no longer interested in displaying those artifacts, so they gave them to a friend of mine who is now investigating, trying to locate some local Indian tribes to return this stuff to. And I don't know if you can see this, my printer was running out of ink when I ran this, so the color is off, and there's also glass. It was in a glass display case. We did a Native American display at the library. Those are arrowheads, local Indian arrowheads. And those are the arrowheads. This was a handmade blanket. And there are some Indian books, Native American Indian books, and some other Native American artifacts in that. I'm sorry the picture's so bad. But so that's why, and I purchased these magazines, and I'm going to give them to her, and she's going to add them to the collection. But I just wanted to share them with you first. These were in order for the first time. They're not in order anymore. It's called Cowboys and Indians, and we're going to talk about a couple of them. Chip Gaines on farm life, family, and the return to TV. Tips for a ranch revival. Cowboy and Indians, Vision of the West. Oh, aren't they pretty horses? Woody Harrelson, where everybody knows your name. I can't sing for nothing. Gotta keep that one. Renee Drummond. That one later. Robert Duvall. The Legend on his Life Achievement Award. That one later. Top modern westerns. The genre's latest and greatest. Louis L'Amour. And I remember this was in the uh, Louis L'Amour's legacy. The beloved author built a career on Western stories, and now his son is reviving L'Amour's unreleased works beyond the genre. Did you know, and you might already know, there are people, my friend of mine, I forget where it is, excuse me for being geographically uneducated here. I've seen the pictures, she's told me the stories, and it's just slipped my mind at the point. But out west, I forget which state it is, and you probably know which state, but I don't know which state. But people, they do a buffalo drive once or twice a year, and people line up their chairs against, and they fence off this area so you can watch the buffalo walk by. Couple hundred, 200, 300 buffalo walk by. So she does those kinds of things. And she's got tons of pictures. I'll have to get her, see if she'll loan me her pictures for a video at some point. Because they're just awesome pictures. Louis L'Amour. I think that's CJ Box. Isn't that CJ Box? But contemporary Western writers share their thoughts on Louis L'Amour. We have Jeff Guinn, Guinn, and CJ Box. And then we have Joe R. Lansdale, Lansdale. He won the Spur Award-winning Paradise Sky. Craig Johnson. And I thought there was more in here about the books. And state with 2 books in 2018, Texas State historian Bill O'Neill is burnishing an already epic frontier legacy. Reba! Love Reba. She's got that new show now. Fishy. Some of the stuff in here is so gorgeous. Oh, look. My husband's favorite coins. Summer t shirt. A little on the bright side, I think. Don't you love the jewelry? Ah, I love these magazines. Hostiles. Blake Shelton. Taste of the West. 25 years with the king. Music and rodeo stars. Raise a glass to George Strait. CJ Box. Stuff cool. Oh, look. Horsey. Some nice Indian clothing. Cowboy sushi. Cowboys eat sushi. Why would cowboys eat sushi? Uh, Mashed brown sugar sweet potatoes. 3 sweet potatoes peeled and quartered. 2 cups brown sugar. 2 sticks of butter. Cup of half and half. 2 large eggs. 1/3 of a cup of flour. 1/3 of a cup of cornbread mix. 1.5 cups chopped pecans, and a quarter cup warm water. Uh, I just don't picture Native American Indians eating sushi. Holidays on the ranch. These things are awesome. Isn't these cool? I mean, let's just look at. Don't you hate? Have you picked up a Cosmopolitan or one of those fashion magazines? The first 20 pages is advertisements before you even get to the like. Let's see if I can do this. Um, 1, 2, 3. Interesting sweater. 4. I mean, look at all these pages. We haven't even gotten to the index yet. More pictures. Interesting furniture. Interesting necklace. Let's see. Uh, I wanted to see the CJ box. 156. A man of his words. Their footfalls hit the wood planks in a way that suggests the iconic third act much of every brave cinematic lawman. Under a flawless blue sky, tourists walk along the boardwalk that lines the preserved Old West buildings of the Grand Encampment Museum in Wyoming. There you go. Jeff Bridges, Ed Harris. Let's do this one later. Visions of the West. That is pretty. Adam Beach, Willie Nelson, Kiefer Sutherland. What is he doing? A personal new Western brings father and son together. It's the last free Apaches. After Geronimo's surrender, most of his tribe was forced to live on reservations, but some holdouts survived across the border in Mexico's Sierra Madre Mountains well into the 20th century. The Sutherlands. These are really interesting magazines. I hope this doesn't come out blurry like the last one did. That was so blurry. Are they doing? I'm gonna come back to that in a second. Kiefer Sutherland is back in the saddle, and this time he's brought his father, veteran actor Donald Sutherland, along for the ride. In Forsaken, an unabashed, old-fashioned, and terrifically entertaining Western set in 1872 Wyoming, the younger Sutherland plays John Henry Clayton, a notorious gunslinger who returns to his small hometown several years after his Civil War service. During the time since his military discharge, Henry has acquired a well-earned reputation as fearsomely efficient shootist, and despite his announced intention to hang up his guns, just about everyone in town, especially his preacher father, the Reverend William Clayton, is skeptical that he's had enough of death for a lifetime. The last free Apache. We had we had a speaker the other day that was teaching uh there's a Navajo Nation. There's some kind of website that you can trace your Indian genealogical stuff, and he was telling us about the trying to teach us a couple of words in Indian. They're trying to revive the Indian dialogue. So it was a very interesting discussion. He was telling us all about it. I forget the name of the website though, sorry. And I wrote the newsletter all about it too, sorry. Anson Mount, the star of Hell on Wheels, researches the end of line. I wonder if there's the movie Cher was in. Ethan Hawke. Magnificent Seven. Tom Selleck. The man is back with more blue bloods, but he still dreams of riding the range. Anniversaries of classic westerns. If I can get the uh, Blazing Saddles and the Frisco Kid. Oh, that is sexy. That is sexy. Oh, I'm a cat person. This stuff is so pretty. And a lot of this stuff, I believe, is handmade. I could be wrong. John Wayne, the Duke. Let's see if I can find it. John Wayne. John Wayne's great grandfather, Robert Morrison, immigrated from Ireland to America in 1799. After his participation in the Free Irishman movement prompted the British Crown to issue a warrant for his arrest. President Jimmy Carter on John Wayne in An Age of Few Heroes, he was the genuine article. But he was more than a hero, he was a symbol of so many of the qualities that made America great. While still in elementary school, he had a pet Airedale named Duke. Seeing the boy and his dog together, local firemen began to referring to the boy as Little Duke, and then just Duke, and the nickname stuck. An honors student and senior class president at Glendale High School, he performed a scene as Cardinal Wolsey from Henry VIII at the annual Southern California Shakespeare Contest. He made his film debut in Brown Harvard 1926 while a member of the University of Southern California's football team. As the stunt double for Francis X. Bushman, he is seen from the back only, running down a football field and being tackled from behind. In the Lillian Gish film Annie Laurie 1927, Wayne wears a kilt as dozens of extras recruited as Scottish Highlanders. The first time he received on-screen credit for a film was 1929, Words and Music. He was not billed as Marion Mason, but his given name, but Duke Morrison. He spoke his first words on screen as a naval cadet in John Ford's 1929 film about the Army-Navy football rivalry, Salute. Did John Wayne ever meet Wyatt Earp? He mentioned once having done so while working as a prop man for John Ford, who has an acquaintance of the legendary Tombstone Marshal. Um, so those are some of the stuff on John Wayne. My grandfather loved John Wayne. Stewart. I love John Wayne. If I was gonna keep one, that'd be the one I would keep. Oh, and there's one more I would keep. We got Clint Eastwood, Ledger Art. That's interesting. I wonder if, oh, Clint Eastwood made a name. And Jimmy Stewart, timeless. There he is in uniform. Oh, I love this magazine. Although he often seemed born to the saddle and preternaturally cowboy in manner and speech, Jimmy Stewart was an Easterner by birth and upbringing. James Maitland Stewart was born of Scottish ancestry in Indiana, Pennsylvania. He was a devout Presbyterian. His devout Presbyterian father owned a local hardware store and hoped that Stewart would one take over the family business. Oh well. He did serve in World War One. Home for the movies. I like the rabbit one actually. Destry rides again. Winchester Bend of the River. Naked Spur. The Far Country. The Man from Lorraine. How the West Was Run. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. TV show. I loved it. I was sorry when it was canceled. And I love the fact that they did another movie, but that was the end of it. They let it go. Deadwood. I love this movie. I love this show. Shurigan. Shurigan. I can't say it. I never could say it. Um, The Return of Deadwood. And they interviewed David Milch had a dream after scoring successes as a script writer for Hill Street Blues and as a co-creator of NYPD Blue. The Yale University educated writer-producer wanted to launch an even more ambitious TV series about dedicated law enforcement. This difference this time, however, would be that the new B cops would transverse. They would be cowboys. From the premiere episode on Soul Star, John Hawkes has played a major role in the community of Deadwood. He's been a loyal friend and business partner of Seth Bullock, the lawman turned merchant who reluctantly returned to law enforcement camp in order to protect and serve the lawless Black Hills mining camp. And as the camp gradually became more civilized while evolving into a township, Starr continued to stand by Bullock during the latter's occasional clashes with Al Swearingen, the robustly corrupt operator of Deadwood's most popular saloon and bordello. Swearingen. Swearingen. So, do you like cowboys and Indians? I love this magazine. Maybe they should have said Native American Indian. I don't even know if that magazine still exists today. That's about 6 and 7 years old. So we'll have to see. But if you could please hit the like and subscribe and let me know how did you have a nice Thanksgiving? I hope you did. I hope you're having a nice Christmas too. And we got to get going here. Have a good one.